Okay, today I'm going to apologize that you can see the light from this window that's behind me, or in front of me, behind you. The reflection of my glasses. My contacts said no today. If you wear contacts out there, you know what I'm talking about. Today they said no. So, apologies for the glare. It's gonna be a glasses episode. All right, let's get into it. Take 37. What's good, peacemakers? Welcome back to another episode of the Peace4PieceCrafting Podcast. I'm Michael, and this is my yarny corner of the YouTube universe. If you would like to find me on other social media, you can check me out on Instagram as Peace4PieceCrafting or over on Ravelry as Peace4PieceCraft. If you like music and you want to contribute to the collaborative playlist over on Spotify, you can find it as Peace4PieceCrafting Podcast Playlist. And there's also a group over in Ravelry, the Peace4PieceCrafting Podcast group. So feel free to go over there and follow along as well. I have a little bit of news about another make-along that's going to be starting in a couple days. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So more fun stuff will be over there in the Ravelry group. And I'm going to do some stuff on Instagram too, for those of you that have Instagram. Anyway, I'll talk about it in a little bit. I think that's it. For introductions, hello, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks. My 2 weeks have been a little bit crazy, very busy. Just running around doing a lot of things. I actually can't believe it's been 2 weeks, but I've had some time to get some crafting in within all of the madness. Planned concerts to go to, like a dance concert to go to. Another friend offered me tickets to go see a music show. I'm still a little hesitant to be going out and doing those things, but the artist that was playing I really wanted to see, and so got my mask on, went out, did the darn thing. It was awesome. Really happy I went. Yeah, so it's been a little bit crazy. Things are going to be a little bit all over the place. I know I say that all the time. They're going to be all over the place today. I have a few things that I finished and some fun things to share. So first thing, for those who participated in the Love Note piece knit along, I have yet to send things out, like contact people and send things out. The past 2 weeks have been crazy. So for those of you who put something over in the Ravelry group, your items look beautiful. It was so nice watching them pop in. I will definitely be contacting people this week because I, fingers crossed, should have a little bit more time to do so. So that's thing one. Thing two is, okay, so you all, I want to say this right off the top because I know some people don't watch all the way to the end. But I wanted to get some piecemeal out of the way right off the top. So I come home the other day and I see that there's a package for me downstairs and I'm like, weird, what is this? I definitely didn't order anything. And I get upstairs and I open it, and Angel from the Scrappy Angel, I've shown her bag before. It's like it's black and white with little colorful hearts on it. It's got, what are those called? Peacocks on it. I use it as my spinning bag. Sent me the dopest little package, little piecemeal. So in that is this new bag. So her shop has been like on a little vacation. I believe the post that I saw the other day was that it's going to be opening back up on March 1st. And she sent along this bag just saying, like, I know your birthday's coming up. Happy birthday. Here's some new bags that are going to be in the shop. I definitely squealed. This bag is so cute. It's got little foxes on it. So this is the Erin bag. I believe it's named after Erin from Fibre Hustle. And this is one of her new bags. They have this fun fox print on it. This one with the fedora is killing me. There's one over here with a little, oh my gosh, where's my finger? Monocle. So cute. So all these bags, not all of them, but these bags have a little zipper and they open up. They have a wire frame in them. And so they can just sort of sit like as a yarn bowl while you're working out of them. 2 big pockets, nice big inside. Like I said, I use my other one that's similar to this, although this one feels kind of quilted and has a faux leather bottom to it. It's very hot. I use my other one as my spinning bag, so I just keep fiber that I'm using and working on. At the time in this one, I had to really try. I got it maybe like 2 days ago and really had to try not to put stuff in it because I wanted to show it off first. So these are going to be in her shop. Definitely go and check her out. I'm pretty sure the shop update is March 1st. They even have these cute little angel stitch markers on them. I left mine on my other bag just because I thought it was cute instead of like actually using it. Absolutely love this. Thank you so much. But because this community is the way that it is, she also sent over this peekaboo bag. So it has the little cutouts with little owls on it for one of you to win as a giveaway prize. This is awesome. This would make a really dope sock bag, or like the start of a shawl or something smaller, a hat, you know, some small item. But I love that it has this window in it so you can see what project is in there. You don't have to like fish through and be like, oh right, what is this again? You can just see through the thing. This is the project that's in there. And then on top of that, she sent an offer code, which is why I wanted to say this in the beginning. She sent an offer code for everyone to get 10% off anything in her shop once it's back up. And that code is 10, like the number 10, for FOR, Peace, P-E-A-C-E. So 10 for Peace will save you 10% off in her shop. Please go and check her out. This was super, super generous. Her bags are awesome. Yeah, everyone should go and check them out. I'm still a little bit in shock because I wasn't expecting it, and it was such a fun little gift to get. Sorry for the crinkling if you can hear that. When I got home the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Good times. All right, so shall we get into some makes? Did I even bring everything in here? Yes, I have 3 finished objects and 1 work in progress that I'm working on to show you all today. So let's get into it. All right, first thing, is anyone following the hashtag or the account over on Instagram, Fibre, it's so much easier to read than it is to say for me, February challenge over on Instagram. It's just like a photo challenge where there's like prompts for the month of February. It's 28 of them. And each day you post a different photo with a corresponding prompt that's on the day. I've done it the past couple of years, usually do it on my grid. This time I'm doing it in my stories. For those that are following me on Instagram or who want to follow me on Instagram. So it's been really cool. So one of the prompts a couple days ago was your longest whip. I tend to kind of finish things. I don't really like things just hanging out for long periods of time. So my longest whip was from November. And I know some of you are like, November, that's nothing. I have whips that date back, fill in the blank, 10 years. That's not a whip anymore, just to let you know. That is storage. You're not gonna get back to it. Start something else. So I pulled these out and when I saw the yarn again, I was like, oh my gosh, right, I was loving making these. Why did I not finish them? So I finished them. These are my Zigzagular Socks by Susie. I can't remember her last name. Everything that I'm talking about will be linked down below. So you can find the pattern there. These are the Zigzagular Socks. So the zigzags go on opposite sides. So then the insides are plain. The little zigzag runs up the top. And when I picked these back up, I left this little marker on it because I wanted to show this is where I was. So I was like almost done with the foot. And the pattern is written top down. It's supposed to have a folded cuff, I believe. And then you start this pattern and work your way down. I wanted to use up as much of the yarn as I possibly could. The yarn is Fibre Punk in the colorway Love. And it was 437 yards to 100 grams, and this is all I have left. I just wound them into little balls once I was done, and I had about 29 grams left of the skein once I was done. I weighed it this morning just to make sure. So these are written top down. I wanted to use as much of the yarn as I possibly could. Obviously I could have used more if I wanted, but I didn't want to make the socks too tall because I don't think my roommate would have wanted them that way. And I wanted to practice doing them toe up. So I did them 2 at a time on a US 1 and did them 2 at a time. The cast on is somebody's name cast on. And I just started the pattern once I'd finished the toe, went all the way up as high as I wanted to go, then did a few rows of twisted rib to finish it off. I knew I wanted to finish it in the white, so that it was like the toes are white, the top is white. And then I did an afterthought heel in the end. So now I can take this little charm off. Super excited to get them done. It only took me a couple of days. I think the prompt was the 23rd and I finished them yesterday, which was the 26th. So just 3 days, like worked them up, cut the heel in. I did have a little bit of trouble with the heel. I had my roommate try one of them on once I was finished and it was a little bit too long. So I just tanked back and stopped earlier than I wanted to. Like at first there was a little bit of this like bright pink. That was the little bullseye part. But I tanked back to like 14 stitches on each and then did my Kitchener. So it's a little wider, but it's shorter of a heel. And there's a little bit of room in them. I did the size medium, but I probably could have done the small. But it's all good. She said she likes her socks a little bit more roomy anyway. So they're perfect. I'm really glad that I could finally finish using this yarn because it's so everything. Yeah, and they look so awesome. It's so funny too, after blocking them, you can really see the zigzags because it's purl stitches on either side. It tends to curl in a little bit. So once you block them, it really opens up. Now these will probably never get wet blocked like that again. They'll probably just be going in the washer and hung dry, but yeah, that's it. Self-striping is so bomb. Like as soon as I was done, I kind of wanted to cast on another pair of socks, but I forced myself not to. Although I'm going to, because remember a couple episodes ago, I was like, I want to do more socks this year. So this was a pair that I cast on last year, but they became a pair for this year, which is fun. So here's pair 1 for the year. For the year. All right, that's thing 1. Another thing I wanted to say is because I have the luxury of knowing the person that I'm making the socks for, I just take a piece of cardboard and measure their foot, and then I can stick that into the sock, as the tube, as I'm knitting it up, so I know like, okay, now it's time for me to put the heel in, or it's time for me to put the toe in. And this is, I find, is a really good way to do it, especially for someone if you're making them a lot and you can't remember the numbers. You can even write the numbers on there, so then you don't have to reference it as much, or just like use it as a reference. I find this very helpful. I have like a small little stack now from different friends who measured out their foot and cut out, yeah, the silhouette shape, whatever. It's just so I can help use that as a gauge to know what I'm doing. All right, next thing. Which one do I want to do first? Let's do this one first. Okay, we're gonna use a little editing magic, and with the snap of the fingers, I finished my Askews Me Poncho by Stephen West. So this is a brioche poncho pattern by Stephen West, and I used, are these the things? Yeah. I used the KnitPicks Copra, which is the DK weights. In the darker color is Eclipse Heather, and the blue, which you can kind of see underneath, or if I flip it this way, is Meridian Heather. To do this, I had 5 50-gram balls, which the makeup for this yarn, is 123 yards for 50 grams, and it's merino cashmere, I want to say. Yeah, merino cashmere, so 8515 wool cashmere. It is so soft. Like, my friend better know that I care for her very dearly because this is amazing. So I had 5 balls of the contrast color, the Meridian Heather, and this is all I have left. I didn't even weigh it because I was like, what is this? And then I had a ball, so 150-gram ball, and a little bit, I got 6 of those left of the Eclipse Heather to finish this bad boy. If I remember, I'm gonna go like this so you can see a picture of the whole thing of just me wearing it. It's really awesome. So I liked the pattern. I've talked about this before. I didn't do the full neck. So I think you're supposed to do like 8 inches. So it should come up to about here. It should be quite long, like you can fold it down of the neck, but I didn't want to do that because I thought that might be too much. And I don't think that she wanted all that bulk. So I just did about 3 inches and then started the actual patterning for it. It's really cool. There's like because of the way that you're increasing, oh my gosh. You get like a tiny little wave on the bottom of the poncho, but I think it's really dope and gonna be very warm. Because it's brioche, it's completely reversible, so you can flip it and wear it on the reverse side, which would mean that all the blue would stand out and the gray would fall into the background. Personally, I think if you are interested in brioche and you want to give it a shot, this would be a really good first pattern to try. I think that I learned brioche in the round. This would be a great pattern to do it because you have, not giving anything away really, you have some decreases in the, is that true? Yes, some decreases in the neck portion, and then once you get to the body, you get to practice doing increases every so often. So you're like baby steps of learning things, and then it's just the same, brioche knit, brioche purl, the whole way around. You go to a certain length and then stop because it's done. Yeah, so I think this would be a great first pattern if you're looking for something that is a poncho that is a little more like elegant, but also could be fun too. If you did it in fun colors, you could really like jazz it up and make it your own, if you will. This is the second poncho I've made, and I kind of feel like I want one, but I know I would never wear it. I just like the vibe of it. Makes me feel like I'm wearing a cape. So yeah, this is the Askews Me Poncho by Stephen West. Go check out the pattern. If you like doing brioche, if you want to learn brioche, I would say check this out. It's not a bad pattern at all. It took me, and I know some of you are going to say, yeah, but you knit fast, so that doesn't really count. Regardless, it took me a little under 2 weeks to finish. Because I think you're doing it on a US 8 maybe? Or is it a US 7, because I had a bunch of projects that needed a US 7. A US 7, so it's a little bit bigger of a needle. And it's brioche, so I kind of think that works up faster, in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely love it. Such an enjoyable knit, really fun, very relaxing. Would knit it again, honestly. Yeah, good times. So that was my second FO for this episode. Sorry, there's like the amount of fiber that's in this room. Just little bits fly everywhere. Anyway, and then they get stuck on my lips and my face. Yeah, so this is my second thing. My third thing, again, using a little editing magic, is my single malt by Maxim Sear. It's done. I'm so excited. I actually got to wear it out to the theater the other night, or was that last night? Last night I went to go see the ballet. Got to wear it out. I can't be more thrilled. I'll do the same thing. Pop in a picture if I get them before I put this up. I'll try to remind myself to do that. So you can see the whole thing. I can't remember where I was the last time I showed it. I want to say I had a couple inches of the sleeves yet left to do. I'm going to say that that's what it was. You all will correct me. If you've watched the previous episode, then you know I clearly can't remember, and I didn't go back and watch before. I think I had a little bit of the sleeves left to do on this. So I finished the sleeve, did the cuff. Yeah, I'm almost positive. 2 weeks? Honey, it's a blur. Finished the cuff. On these. Again, love that detail going down the back. That is also the same as the raglan. And then did the body. On this one, I did the sleeves first, which was really like a win. Like once I was done with them, and then I could just sit and work on the body. For some reason, it made this project seem like it flew by and went a lot faster than it probably really did. I don't even know what to say about it. I used the Lions brand Fisherman Wool for this in the Nature's Brown color. Those come in bigger skeins. I actually didn't bring one in here with me. I had a little bit left from, I think I used 3. 2.5 maybe, to do this whole sweater. And that is usually around maybe $13. I think I got them on sale, so they were less than that. So getting 3 skeins, they're bigger, they're like 4 ounces or something. And it's worsted weights to knit a whole sweater is, I'm sorry, that's a win for me. With this one though, I didn't do a gauge swatch for the first time for a sweater, but I just worked with the yarn when I made my Horatio sweater by Jean-Philippe Cliche, and it was the same needle size and same yarn. So I was like, I'm gonna take a risk and just go for it. I think I did the size 5 for this. I wanted it to be a little bit roomier, so I didn't go actually with my Chest circumference, I went up a size, just because I decided that I usually go with my chest circumference, and then it ends up, like, they fit, they look nice. I love all the sweaters that I've made, but I want them to be a little less fitted and just a little more roomier. You know what I mean? I can go eat and not feel bad about the eating. And I absolutely love the fit. Also with this, unlike my Horatio sweater, I wet blocked this. So I steam blocked the other one because I knew that was going to be a little bit bigger anyway, just because of a little bit my gauge, but also like the patterning of it. And this one, because of the pattern, the texture on it, it would probably pull in a little bit. So I wet blocked it, and I have to say, wet blocking this yarn, I keep just going like this, wet blocking this yarn really softened it up. So it is a little bit scratchy, woolly feeling, because it's 100% wool. Just working it up, it is a little bit like, ooh, this is gonna be kind of like rustic. But once I washed it, it still has that feel a little bit, but it's like definitely softened up. And I wore it to the theater with just a t-shirt underneath. Like, I have a t-shirt underneath now, and it didn't bother me at all. I usually tend to roll up my sleeves a little bit, and I was fine sitting in the theater. That didn't bother me one bit while I was wearing it. What else can I say about this? I don't know. It's great if it's in your queue or on a list of things that you want to make, bump it up. I thoroughly enjoyed making it. Like I said, this raglan detail and then it extending onto the back of the arm with the decreases and stuff it's so beautiful, and it just makes for like a classic piece. Like, you could throw this on with jeans. You could dress it up if you wanted, like I did with a pair of slacks last night, and it just looks great. Everyone that I've seen post about it looks awesome. So check it out. It's down below. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this, because I feel like I've talked about it a bunch on here. But now it's done, and I'm super excited. All right, so those are my finished things. I'm knocking things over. The only whip I have, and I'll just show it quickly, is, or the only whip I have that I'm working on. I have one more, but it wasn't a timeout, but after I finished those socks and being like, oh yeah, this has been sitting around for a minute, it made me want to finish the shawl that we're not talking about right now. So, quickly, I got maybe a couple rows done on this, but it's the Ankers sweater by Petite Knit in my boyfriend's size. I'm using, again, the KnitPicks Copra, is that true? Yeah, in Hemlock Heather, and I'm holding it, the pattern doesn't call for it, but I'm holding it with this Aloft Mohair in Labyrinth. And I love the color that it's creating for the sweater. So I got a couple rows of the body done, which you probably, now this is, 1 second, it's stuck on my bag. All right. I moved the marker, and I shouldn't have, which was silly because I think I was doing it in anticipation of recording, and now this, oh no, this mohair is trapped around this marker. It's all good. So this is the Anker sweater. Again, love the color that it's creating, holding that mohair with. I want to say the last time I showed this, I just split for sleeves. And so honestly, you can't really tell. Maybe if I hold it this way, there's my hand. I only did just a little bit, maybe a couple rows on this. Granted, because I was finishing other big things. So I'm excited to get back to this. I was going to do the sleeves first on this sweater as well, but because I'm holding the mohair with it, so like normally I would just pull from 2 separate balls if I needed to. Like for this, I just pulled from the inside and the outside because the skein was bigger. For this, because it's 50-gram balls, I would do 1 and 1. But because I'm holding it with a mohair, then I'd have to have 4 things going. And because I don't want to cut the yarn for the body, I just want to leave it on. And then there'd be 6, and then I was like, this is too much. I can't deal with that. So I'm gonna finish the body on this one and then go back and manage 4, which I think is better than managing 6. So maybe by the next time you see this, the body of this should be done. I kind of want this to be done too. We're getting like fake springs here in Chicago, but it's definitely cold, and I want to finish this because I want to wear it while it's still chilly out. Although it'll be great in the spring too. No jacket, just this big fuzzy sweater. Yes, please. So this is my Anker sweater. Not much progress has been done on it, but it's all good. Oh yes, did I just untangle it without trying? Amazing. All right, coolio. So that's it for the makes. Really quickly, I want to talk about make-along starting. We'll do this really quickly. So last year for my birthday month, which I think we extended into April as well, I really wanted to make the Kinship shawl. So I did a birthday month, a little bit past make-along. It was great. People joined in. We had fun. So this year I wanted to do it again because we had so much fun building community, sharing things, all that jazz. And a lot of people were reaching out before when I did the love notes that they would love to do a sweater knit along, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool because like I want to do more sweaters this year too, just because I do. So I decided that's what the theme is gonna be. Sweaters. I don't care what it is. Let's just go. Clearly, I have a whip already ready. So here's the deets. Whips will be allowed. It can be any sweater pattern. Let's say that it's an adult pattern. Actually, I don't care. Do whatever you want. If you are doing a cardigan, sure, you want to steek something, fine. To me, that's still a sweater. Whatever. Sweater, pullover, jumper, cardigan, bring it on. And it'll start March 1st. So in 2 days, we'll start March 1st and it'll end at the end of April. So I'll just let it go for 2 months, even though April's not my birthday month. It's fine. 2 months is a great amount of time for people to finish a sweater. It's a huge item. It'll run for that long. Whips are allowed. And there's a bunch of other, I feel like it's like make-along season. So there's a bunch of other make-alongs that are happening. I know Danelle over at Novel Knits podcast. If you don't watch her, check it out. I'll link her below. Is starting a knit-along, or no, a make-along, I think, at the end of March. Karen from A Yarn Tale has a make-along that's going to be starting. The guys over at Needles at the Ready. Somebody else I just saw too. I was like, oh, we're all doing it. It's spring. We all want to get things done. For me, feel free to put stuff in double dip if you want. That doesn't bother me. Excuse me. And I'll put 2 things up in Ravelry. So one will be a chatter thread. People can show what they're making, progress, talk it up, have a great time. And then the second one will be just for FOs, so no chit chat. And then we'll do the same thing over on Instagram if you have Instagram. So like you can use the hashtag just to show that you're participating in your work and stuff. And then we'll just put FO on the end of the hashtag. And then I can search through the FOs on Instagram to pull for winners over there as well. So I'll pull something from Ravelry, something from Instagram. I thought that might be fun this time around. Second year. Little birthday make along. So the hashtag will be SweaterMePeaceMAL. Because if you want to crochet something, go for it. If you want to knit something, go for it. Can you quilt a sweater? Probably. I don't care. Whatever it is, make it. So SweaterMePeaceMAL. That's what we're doing. Starting March 1st, let's make some beautiful things. I'm clearly going to have a whip, and I'm also going to cast on another thing that I've been wanting to cast on since the beginning of the year, which is the Once in Floral sweater. I'm probably going to go cake up all that yarn today so that I have it ready for Tuesday when it's time for the make along to start. I'm super excited. I've been wanting that sweater for a while, and I've had the yarn for a minute, and so it's time to do that. Also, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Over in the Ravelry group, there's a flash your socks, because people said that they wanted to make socks this year. And people have been putting them in into that thread, and there's some awesome socks that are being posted over there. And so I decided just the other day, I thought it might be fun to, quarterly? Every 3 months, just like go into the FO thing and pull a prize winner from it just for fun, from people that are posting over there. So sometime in March, probably at the end of March, I'll pull something from the Flasher Socks thing. And then, yeah, people just keep adding them over there, and let's cheer each other on. I know a lot of people wanted to do at least 12 pair this year, which seems reasonable. Yeah, let's go over and and support each other. If you are a maker or a dyer and you would like to be kind and supply a sock set or something that you would love to send out to people as a prize, feel free to just you can DM me if you're over on Instagram, comment below, and I can find your shop or whatever. Let's set something up. If not, I don't mind, getting things for people, because I think that's cute and it's fun. All right, anything else? Anything else? I don't think so. Sweet. All right, well, the last thing before we go is our music recommendation. And this week, because I just saw that they came out with a new song, my music recommendation is going to be Florence and the Machine, Ceremonials. Their new song is called King. It's really good. My roommates and I watched the video this morning, and I enjoyed it. This album's really great. I can't remember when it came out. Let me see if there's usually I know the dates. I don't for this one. Anyway, this album's great. Her voice is everything for me. I love a person that just sort of belts, yells, screams, if you will. My recommendations off of this album would be Shake It Out is a bop. Never Let Me Go, Lover to Lover, Spectrum. So I'll do 4. So Shake It Out, Never Let Me Go, Lover to Lover, and Spectrum. The whole album's great. There's a lot of fun songs on here. Totally worth checking out. I will pop these in the Spotify playlist for you all who are on Spotify who follow to go and jam out to. If you're not and you use something else, check out those songs. Check out the album. Support. Yeah, sweet. So I think that's it for this episode. Remember, the make-along is starting on March 1st, and other prizes will be sent out soon for the Love Note knit-along. Things have just been crazy. Yeah, I think that's it. So with that, stay safe, try to be well. There's a lot going on literally everywhere. So as always, call people, check in on them, make sure everyone's okay, or just doing as well as they can with what they got. And until next time, make a piece, spread some peace. Peace.